Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's likely to climb the ladder where rules are clear and hard work is noticed, but his progress can be rocky. He's not just all talk, he will put in the effort and follow the steps needed to succeed. He will do well for a while, but his own behavior might hold him back from going truly far.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is more likely to break down than bounce back. He reacts quickly and strongly to stress, often getting angry or upset, and may blame others or withdraw completely when things feel out of control. Instead of calmly handling problems, he might shout, make sharp comments, or even quit tasks in frustration.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will find him difficult to be around. He might be polite on the surface, but his quick temper and lack of warmth make it hard for others to genuinely like or trust him. Even if he works hard, his coldness and sharp reactions can push people away.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he is more likely to feel threatened or insecure than proud. Your success might make him feel uneasy or even jealous, and he may not know how to show genuine happiness for you. This isn't because you did something wrong, but because he struggles to handle feeling outdone.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he will likely feel resentful or insecure even if he doesn't say it out loud. Deep down, he wants to be the one in control and to have the upper hand, so your higher income may bruise his ego. He may also become stubborn or try to compete with you in other ways.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is quite careful with money and likes to keep everything organized and controlled. He pays attention to details and follows a set routine, so it's unlikely he'll be careless or spend without thinking. He may track expenses closely, stick to a budget, and avoid unnecessary risks with money.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually lives within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. He pays close attention to his finances and prefers to be practical and cautious with his money. If anything, he might be too careful, sometimes missing out on enjoying life's little pleasures.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is more tight with money and not very open hearted with people. He likes to keep things controlled and doesn't easily share whether it's his money or his feelings. He values order and security more than making others feel special.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be open about practical matters like money, but also quite controlling about how it's handled. He will make sure everything is discussed and tracked, wanting you to follow his rules and routines about spending and saving. However, if you try to do things differently or spend on things he doesn't agree with, he may become stubborn or upset.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be done properly, but he may expect you to take on most of it. He wants things neat and in order, and he'll notice if chores aren't done to his liking, sometimes pointing out what's missed or done wrong. While he might set up rules or schedules for how things should be done, he's not always eager to pitch in himself, especially with tasks he sees as women's work. You could end up feeling that keeping the home is your main responsibility, with him acting more like a supervisor than an equal helper.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is much more likely to help by supervising you rather than actually doing chores or changing diapers himself. He prefers to make sure everything is done just right and may watch closely, giving instructions or pointing out mistakes. Teamwork at home isn't his strong suit.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's more likely to argue just to prove he's right than to truly understand your side. When disagreements come up, he often wants to win the argument and show that his way is best. He doesn't easily put himself in your shoes or listen patiently when you share your feelings.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he is likely to say hurtful things or act aggressive rather than stay respectful. His temper flares up quickly and he may raise his voice, use harsh words, or even lash out in ways that make you feel small or scared. This kind of behavior can leave you feeling unsafe or worried about the next blow up.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry very quickly, and this is a serious red flag you shouldn't ignore. Quick and strong anger can make life unpredictable and even frightening, especially if he uses harsh words or aggressive actions. Over time, this can hurt your confidence and peace at home.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry and rarely takes responsibility for his actions. When something goes wrong, he is much more likely to blame you or make excuses rather than admit his own mistakes. He may turn the situation around to make you feel at fault, even if it's clear he was wrong.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He will struggle to respect your boundaries, especially when he wants things his way. If you say no, he may push back, argue, or try to make you change your mind rather than accept your answer calmly. He finds it hard to see things from your point of view and may keep pressing until you give in.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings or giving you space, he may react with hurt, frustration, or even anger. This kind of response can make you feel guilty or pressured instead of safe and respected in the relationship.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Sadly, you can't fully trust him to handle private moments with care. If there's a fight or he feels upset with you, he might bring up things you shared in confidence or even twist personal details to hurt or embarrass you. This can make you feel unsafe and guarded instead of close and secure with him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is not the type who gets easily distracted by other women. He likes routine, order, and control, so he tends to stick to his commitments rather than chase after new relationships. Flirting or straying is not high on his list, and he's more likely to focus on maintaining his own rules and reputation.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, He is very likely to be over possessive, showing jealousy, trying to control what you do, and often acting suspicious of your actions. He may question you about where you've been, who you're talking to, or even what you're wearing. Instead of feeling trusted and free, you may feel watched and restricted.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what seems like a protective nature is really just a sign of a controlling personality. He may say he's looking out for you or keeping you safe, but in reality, he wants things done his way and struggles to trust you to make your own choices. Over time, this can leave you feeling suffocated and unable to be yourself.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will probably expect you to do most of the parenting work rather than seeing it as a true team effort. While he may set rules or have strong opinions on how things should be done, he is unlikely to step in and share the day to day tasks or emotional care for the kids. This can be lonely and exhausting for you over time.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is much more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. Small mistakes or emotional moments can set him off, leading to raised voices, scolding, or even harsh punishment. This can hurt their self confidence and make them afraid to admit when something's wrong.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. While he may recognize your responsibilities at home, he will expect you to put his rules and the family's needs above your own dreams and desires. This can leave you feeling unappreciated, restricted, and unable to grow as your own person outside of being a mother and partner.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is exactly the kind of man who might support your career while it suits him, but expect you to quit once you have a child. Early on, he may seem okay with you working, but his real priority is control and keeping routines in order. His support is often just for show and can disappear when it no longer fits what he wants.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will most likely act polite on the surface, but won't show real warmth to your parents. He knows how to follow social manners and say the right things during visits or family events, but don't expect genuine affection, care, or emotional closeness from him toward your family. If family warmth and close bonds matter to you, this could leave you feeling disappointed and alone. He will expect your family to change for him rather than adjust to their ways.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. When he feels challenged or uncomfortable, his temper can flare up quickly and he may react with sharp words, anger, or stubbornness. This could lead to bigger fights and leave you feeling caught in the middle.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might appear modern with you in private, but expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. At home, he could let you speak your mind or have some freedom. But when it comes to family gatherings or social occasions, he'll want you to dress, talk, and act according to old fashioned expectations. This double standard can leave you feeling confused and less free to be your real self.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. He doesn't like to deal with messy emotions and may avoid taking your side to keep things orderly or to please his parents. You might find yourself alone in difficult moments, wishing for his backing, but only getting silence or criticism about how you handled things.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He has a strong tendency to be a mummy's boy, often putting his mother's wishes and opinions above yours. In a conflict between you and his mother, he is unlikely to stand up for you or support your point of view. If you hope for him to draw a clear line or defend your needs, you could be disappointed.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is the kind of man who may share many details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister, especially when he feels upset or wants support. He might turn to them for advice or sympathy, sharing things that should stay between a husband and wife. In a healthy marriage, privacy is important. Without it, emotional safety and respect can quickly fade away.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with this man is like living under strict rules and constant watch, day in and day out. You will always feel pressure to meet high standards, keeping the home spotless, making sure routines are followed, and putting his needs first.